love the Shark Tank. Not sure if you've ever seen this show. It's called the Shark Tank. It's a group of investors that sit on a panel, and young aspiring entrepreneurs come in with an idea and a business plan, and they present this business opportunity, and they try to get these investors to give their actual money. It's a great show. One of the guys on that show is a guy named Daymond John. Daymond John is the founder of a clothing line called FUBU. And FUBU is now a global brand. And Daymond John, I got a chance to hear him speak recently. And he said something to me that really stuck in my mind. He said, one of the great characteristics of successful people is that they always take affordable next steps. Affordable next steps. That is so powerful, that idea, because when you look at goals, right, whenever we set a goal, whenever we have this dream, it's so easy to get overwhelmed by all of the work that it would take to get there, with all of the different possible things we could do to try to make it happen, with just the dream itself of how big it is, and just kind of going, oh, where do I start? How do I even get going? What do I do? It's easy to get overwhelmed by that. And affordable next steps breaks that down. It seems to strip away all that big idea into just asking the question, what is right in front of you? See, we use the concept around Southwestern. We call it crystallizing your goals. That's taking a big, giant goal and reverse engineering it down into a smaller goal. So when we are coaching salespeople, what we do is we take their income goal, say $100,000 a year, and we divide that into how much they need to make every month, and then we divide that to figure out how much they need to make every week, and then we divide that to figure out how many customers do they need to sell every single week, and then we determine from how many customers they need to sell, how many presentations do they need to do to get that many customers, and then we figure out how many appointments do they need to set to get that many presentations, and then how many people do they need to talk to set that number of appointments, and then you have it. How many people do you need to talk to? And suddenly, this big, giant income goal has been translated all the way back to this really small, simple daily activity goal. That's called crystallizing your goals. In sales and life, the same concept applies. It's what Daymond was talking about. Affordable next steps. Breaking it down to the thing that is right in front of you, and not worrying about what you can't do. Not worrying about what is possible. It's just focusing on what you can do. Worrying about what is the thing that is right in front of you from here to there. And I think if you take each of these three words, affordable next steps, all really important. So you look first of all at the word affordable. I love that because affordable says it's a stretch, but it's affordable. So I'm not going to go broke. I'm not going to go bankrupt. This isn't going to turn my life upside down by taking this risk. But it means I'm outside my comfort zone. It means I can't stay still doing what I've always been doing. I've got to take a risk, but I want it to be a prudent risk. That's affordable. The next thing is next. Next. Next is a powerful word. Next. What's next? What's right in front of you? What is the next thing that you can see? Don't worry about if it's possible to pull off the big dream. Just focus on what is the next thing. What's right in front of you? That's so powerful. It's so easy to get overwhelmed. Psychologists say the number one cause of all procrastination is self-criticism. It's this idea that I'm not good enough. I can't pull that off. It's too big. It's too impossible. And we get lost in the massive part of the dream that is so far out in the future that we forget to look at and be mindful of what's right in front of us. So what's right in front of you? What is next? And then steps. I love steps. Again, it creates this idea, this image of one small thing at a time. That you take the big thing, you break it down into small things, and then you tackle them one at a time. And if you tackle them one at a time, over the course of time, when you look back, you'll be amazed at what you have accomplished. It's really simple, but it's really powerful. Affordable next steps.